In this video, I'm going to be talking about a book that kind of tied into the season that I'm in, and it talks about being a 20-something and how you will unravel beautifully. But I am 30, I clocked 30 this year, and I wish I saw this book or I got this book when I was 25 or even 29, when I was thinking about transitioning into a new season, like 30, not knowing what to do or feeling like I was behind in life, or I've not achieved the things that I want to achieve in life. The book is by Ezinne Zara, and anybody that is a Christian and follows Christian YouTubers would know Ezinne Zara. I stumbled on one of her videos, and since then I've been very blessed. I love that she's in a season that I'm in right now in terms of writing. She talked about how the Lord has laid on her heart to write, but she has been putting it off for years, and finally she's answering that call, and the result and the fruit is, dear 20 something, you would unravel beautifully. It's a very beautiful book, but I'm going to just pick some things from the book that stood out to me and share it with you. It's a free book, you can download it. I would leave a link to a channel in my description, and also where you can download the book from. She wrote, "You see, we are constantly bombarded with information that tries to tell us what we need to be doing at every point in time, or who we are supposed to be presenting ourselves as. Social media has made it difficult for us to appreciate individuality because a mob mentality is praised and no one wants to stick out like a sore thumb." And I think this speaks to me because I've always felt like I'm weird, and I don't know if anybody feels like that, but I've always felt like I am kind of out of place, and I felt like that for a long time. When I was in the university, I had friends that I didn't dress like. I had friends that didn't, kind of, look like me, if I could say that. So whenever I'm amongst them, I would find myself looking odd. I easily stuck out, like what she said, like you stick out like a sore thumb. That was me. I just always felt like I was odd, among my friends. This really messed up with my individuality and affected my identity in a way that I never even thought of. I think the more I grew, the more I saw that I wasn't sure what I wanted to do or what I wanted to be like or feel like or act like. And whenever I wanted to take a decision to not look like that, like, okay, for instance, I'm talking about my outer look now, and I think it kind of goes for what was going on in my head too. So whenever I decided to take a detour from what I'm used to, what I've always known, what is the mentality that I grew up with, it makes me feel like I was robbing myself or something, like I was denying my identity and I was trying to adopt another person's identity. So it felt like I've never really known who I am, what I want to be like, or who I would have been if I had the freedom to kind of choose as to how I wanted to live. There's a part in the book where she talked about how that comparison and jealousy are the offspring of confusion and a lack of identity. And I think this explains me very well. My 20 something was filled with trying to figure out who I am. Like, who is Tim Tokwe? What does she like? Does she like what she likes because she was told to like them, or does she like what she likes because that is what she likes? Reading this book helped me to understand that I have to deal with all of these things for me to be able to make progress. I've seen that I limit myself so much because of this mindset of comparison, this mindset of I'm not good enough, or I don't fit in. I am at a point where I really want to understand, who is this person, who is Tim Tokwe. And I think this 30 something is my opportunity to do that. If 20 something has been trying different things out, living with so much confusion and lack of identity and just, being all over the place, I think 30 is the year where I finally know this is who I am, this is what I can do, and this is what I cannot do, and accept myself. So yeah, there's an highlight in the book I wanted to mention. My favorite psalm is Psalm 139, and it did me a lot of good last year because it kind of kept me anchored and guarded my heart and just helped me realize that I'm seen by God. And I believe that Psalm 139 should be a psalm that should be read at least once a week, just to remind you that God knows you, He sees you, and He already knows your story. And as these things are unfolding, it's not a surprise to Him, because even before you were formed, He knew you. My favorite part of the psalm says that you know my sitting down, you know my standing up. Before I say anything, you already know what I'm about to say. It's amazing. He's so intimately informed. Like, how would I put it? He's so informed about my life that I should have nothing to worry about, because before, when I was formed in the utter secret of the secret places, when I was formed, He was aware. He has written out my life story even before they started. How beautiful is that? And reading that book reminded me of that psalm, re-anchored my heart, gave me hope, that even if it feels like I'm starting all over again, and it always feels like I'm starting all over again, I would unravel beautifully. God is aware of my story, and I should quit trying to write it for Him. I should instead write the stories He has given me to write, and let Him write mine, like handle my own story. Beyond what people have told me, beyond what I've just accepted without questioning, it requires patience. I know I can't really cover so much about the book, because I'll really advise you to read it, but I just wanted to touch on the fact that I relate so much with the book. I was so blessed by the book. At the end of the book, she was, saying that she were inspired, challenged, encouraged by the book. And I was. I think that's about it for this video. So if you're in your 20s, I'm really hoping that you would read the book by Ezinne Zara. I think it will help you a lot, put things in perspective. If you're in your 30s, early 30s, you should read the book still, because just read it like dear 30 something. Realize that you unravel beautifully. Now I'll get better in these videos, and I'm just happy that I've shot another video. So thank you for watching. Do subscribe to my channel. I don't know how frequently I'm going to be releasing videos, but right now I'm going to be releasing videos as often as I can, to the grace and the glory of the Lord. So follow me on my journey and subscribe. Leave a comment if anything resonated with you. Thank you so much for watching this video.